Max Weber's seminal essay, Class, Status, Party, offers a nuanced and multidimensional analysis of social stratification. Written as part of his broader sociological work, Weber challenges and expands upon the ideas of his contemporary Karl Marx by presenting a more complex framework for understanding how societies are structured and how power is distributed. Weber argues that social inequality arises not only from economic factors but also from social and political dimensions. This essay, therefore, introduces three interrelated but distinct sources of social stratification: class, status, and party. Class, economic position, and market situation. Weber begins by discussing class as an economic category rooted in the individual's position within the market economy. For Weber, a class is not merely a group of people who share a common economic status, but a collective defined by similar market situations. This means that individuals in the same class share comparable opportunities to acquire goods, maintain a lifestyle, and achieve income through their participation in the market. Weber identifies four main types of classes. 1. Property classes, defined by ownership of property or resources that can generate income, such as land, real estate, or financial capital. 2. Commercial classes, associated with the ability to participate in trade and commerce, often through entrepreneurship or investments. 3. Social classes. These are broader aggregates based on life chances and economic opportunities encompassing both property and non-property owners. 4. Working classes, people who depend on their labor for income, including skilled and unskilled workers. Unlike Marx, who focuses on the antagonistic relationship between the bourgeoisie and proletariat, Weber emphasizes the diversity of class experiences. He argues that class positions are influenced not only by ownership of the means of production, but also by skills, education, and access to opportunities in the market. This approach allows Weber to capture the nuances of economic inequality in a more detailed manner. Social honor and lifestyle. The second dimension of Weber's stratification model is status, which refers to the social honor or prestige that individuals or groups enjoy within a community. Status groups are defined by shared lifestyles, cultural tastes, or other markers of prestige that differentiate them from others. Importantly, status is not necessarily tied to economic wealth. Individuals with limited material resources can still enjoy high status if their lifestyle or cultural capital is valued by society. Weber identifies several key features of status groups. 1. Recognition and honor. Status groups derive their position from the social esteem accorded to them by others. This recognition is often tied to traditional values, educational attainment, or religious affiliation. 2. Exclusivity. Status groups often establish boundaries to distinguish themselves from outsiders. This can include rules about marriage, dining, or leisure activities. Number 3. Consumption patterns. Status is often expressed through patterns of consumption, such as fashion, art, or dining preferences. These behaviors signal membership in a specific group and reinforce social hierarchies. Weber emphasizes that status groups can act as a stabilizing force in society, promoting cohesion within the group, but also perpetuating inequality. For example, aristocratic families in pre-industrial Europe maintained their high status through strict social norms, even as their economic power waned. Party, political power, and organization. The third element in Weber's framework is party, which refers to the organized pursuit of power through political or social action. Parties are not necessarily tied to class or status. They are instead voluntary associations that seek to influence decision-making processes and allocate resources. For Weber, parties exist in the realm of power, which he defines as the ability to achieve one's will despite resistance. Key characteristics of party, political power, and organization. The third element in Weber's framework is party, which which refers to the organized pursuit of power through political or social action. Parties are not necessarily tied to class or status. They are instead voluntary associations that seek to influence decision-making processes and allocate resources. For Weber, parties exist in the realm of power, which he defines as the ability to achieve one's will despite resistance. Key characteristics of parties include 1. Goal-oriented action. Parties aim to achieve specific objectives, whether gaining political office, advancing social causes, or shaping policy. 2. Membership and organization. Parties are composed of individuals who join voluntarily and work together in a coordinated fashion. This structure distinguishes them from informal social groups. 3. Competition. Parties often compete with one another for influence and resources, whether within formal political institutions or broader social movements. Weber's discussion of parties highlights their role in shaping societal dynamics beyond the economic and cultural spheres. While class and status are often inherited, party affiliations are more fluid and subject to change. This makes parties an important vehicle for social mobility and political change. Interactions between class, status, and party. A critical insight in Weber's essay is that class, status, and party are distinct yet interrelated dimensions of social stratification. While economic resources often underpin class, they can also influence status and party affiliation. For example, a wealthy individual might use their resources to gain prestige, status, or political influence, party. Similarly, status can shape class opportunities, as members of high-status groups often have access to better education and employment prospects. Weber's multidimensional approach allows for a more nuanced understanding of social inequality than Marx's strictly economic model. By incorporating status and party into the analysis, Weber acknowledges the importance of culture, identity, and political agency in shaping social hierarchies. This framework also helps explain why individuals with shared economic interests may not act collectively. Differences in status or political affiliation can create divisions within the same class, undermining solidarity. Relevance and critique. Weber's class-status party remains highly influential in sociology, providing a foundational framework for analyzing social inequality. Its emphasis on the interplay between economic, cultural, and political factors has inspired a wide range of research, from studies of social mobility to analyses of political behavior. However, Weber's approach has also faced criticism. Some scholars argue that his framework is overly descriptive and lacks a clear theory of social change. Unlike Marx, who emphasizes the revolutionary potential of class struggle, Weber does not offer a vision for overcoming inequality. Others have criticized his emphasis on individual action and rational choice, arguing that it underestimates the structural forces that perpetuate inequality. Despite these critiques, Weber's insights remain relevant for understanding contemporary issues. In modern societies, class, status, and party continue to interact in complex ways. For example, the rise of social media has reshaped how status is constructed and displayed, while economic inequality and political polarization have highlighted the enduring importance of class and party affiliations. Applications in modern contexts. Weber's framework is particularly useful for analyzing modern forms of inequality. In advanced capitalist societies, the relationship between class, status, and party has evolved but remains central to social stratification. Some contemporary applications of Weber's ideas include 1. Class and economic inequality. The global rise in income and wealth inequality has reignited interest in Weber's concept of class. Researchers use his insights to examine how economic opportunities are distributed and how market forces shape life chances. 2. Status and cultural capital. Weber's analysis of status resonates with modern studies of cultural capital, as popularized by Pierre Bourdieu. From fashion to education, status markers continue to play a significant role in maintaining social hierarchies. 3. Party and political power. The role of political parties and social movements in shaping public policy remains a critical area of study. Weber's emphasis on voluntary organization and competition is evident in analyses of lobbying, interest groups, and political campaigns. 4. Intersectionality. While Weber did not explicitly address issues of race, gender, or ethnicity, his multidimensional approach provides a foundation for understanding how these factors intersect with class, status, and party. Max Weber's Class, Status, Party provides a comprehensive and multidimensional framework for analyzing social stratification. By emphasizing the interplay between economic resources, social prestige, and political power, Weber moves beyond the economic determinism of Marx to capture the complexity of modern societies. His insights remain relevant for understanding the persistent and evolving nature of inequality, offering valuable tools for sociological analysis and critique.